Yes, Mercedes is baffled, and Hamilton fans are not happy as McLaren steals the thunder at the British Grand Prix, pushing the Silver Arrows a step or two behind. Will Mercedes bounce back, or will McLaren's triumph become a turning point in the Formula One season? Lewis Hamilton is demanding more from his team because they have not yet met his expectations in terms of the Mercedes W14 development. At first glance, the 7-time world champion and the Mercedes team appeared to have a solid performance at the British Grand Prix, with the 7-time world champion securing a commendable P3 finish despite an early departure from the track. But upon closer inspection, this conclusion poses a concern for the Brackley-based squad, as they suddenly find themselves trailing McLaren, who appear to have the second fastest vehicle on the grid, trailing only the Red Bulls. Taking time to reflect on the race, Hamilton is eager to hear from his team, which has been consistently struggling throughout the season, despite making significant upgrades at the Monaco Grand Prix and introducing further upgrades at Silverstone, such as a new front wing. The team has failed to attain the intended results. Hamilton requests clarification on these ongoing issues. After the race, he told Sky Sports F1 that being on the podium was huge for us, and huge congrats to Lando and to McLaren, because that's where I started. So to see them back there doing so well really warms my heart. It's definitely been an up and down season in the last year and a half. We have a lot of work to do. I think I know exactly what we need to do, and I think we've got to have some serious conversations about what we're gonna do moving forward. Hamilton believes that it is only natural for his team to thoroughly investigate the Red Bull RB19, following in the footsteps of Aston Martin and McLaren, who have taken this strategy and had excellent results by studying and seeking to mimic the performance of their competitors. Hamilton feels his team can make progress towards similar levels of success. He added, "We've got lots of strengths in our car, and long run particularly is great. As soon as we get the rear end that they have, we're going to be on our way, so that's what we've got to fight for. But first, George had a really great long stint on the soft tire, and I also did on the medium tire. We've got to hold on to the good bits and just bolt on some good other stuff," Hamilton stated. Mercedes team principal Toto Wolff openly expressed his surprise after McLaren delivered a remarkable performance at the British Grand Prix. He had expected Lewis Hamilton and George Russell to overtake the McLaren drivers following a late safety car intervention. This disappointing outcome has prompted the team to reassess their approach, and Wolff acknowledges that they are now considering an exit strategy for Mercedes. Mercedes sprang into action after Kevin Magnussen's engine failure brought out the safety car, seizing the opportunity. Lando Norris and Oscar Piastri, who were purposefully equipped with hard compound tires, finished 2nd and 4th respectively. Meanwhile, the explosive combo of Lewis Hamilton and George Russell, armed with the blazing speed of the soft compound tires, battled for 3rd and 5th place on the track. Mercedes displayed their tactical skill by strategically positioning their drivers for optimum advantage. Norris and Piastri hoped to remain their positions and challenge the leading pack by demonstrating their skill and resilience on the hard tires. Toto Wolff was optimistic about Mercedes' chances of achieving a double podium finish at the Silverstone International Circuit, despite McLaren's tire advantage. Nonetheless, McLaren demonstrated remarkable pace and skill in effectively defending their positions in 2nd and 4th, thwarting Mercedes' aspirations. As a result, Lewis Hamilton and George Russell had to settle for 3rd and 5th places, respectively, as McLaren's impressive speed through the high-speed corners effectively prevented any successful overtaking maneuvers by the Mercedes drivers. When the safety car was deployed, Wolff told the media, "I was convinced that we would surpass the McLarens and finish with a P2 and P3, or maybe even challenge for the lead. Their performance showed just how strong their car was. We had an opportunity in the first few laps, but both Norris and Piastri raced exceptionally well with their efficiency and top speed through the high-speed corners, and there was simply no way to overtake them on the straight. There was simply no way to overtake them." George Russell, like Toto Wolff and Lewis Hamilton, was taken aback by McLaren's impressive performance. Russell had expected both himself and Hamilton to finish ahead of Lando Norris and Oscar Piastri due to the tire advantage they possessed. but he was pleasantly surprised by McLaren's exceptional management of the hard compound tires, which allowed them to maintain their positions and churn out a relatively straightforward double podium finish. He stated, "I expected it to be simple. Lewis and I in P2 and P3. See you later." I was amazed at how well McLaren's tires performed. Perhaps if they had chosen the soft compound, it would not have worked as effectively on their car. Likewise, if we had the hard compound, it probably would not have worked as well as it did on their car. The medium-hard strategy was clearly the wrong choice. The superior tire McLaren had a 1.5 to 2/10 advantage over us on the softs. Despite Lewis Hamilton finishing third in the iconic British Grand Prix, McLaren's outstanding performance underlined the significance of finding just a fraction of a second in lap time. Wolff said that he expected a better result because based on the team's prior triumphs in the British GP, he felt that Silverstone would represent the best opportunity for Mercedes to challenge and surpass Verstappen. Unfortunately, this was not the case. Mercedes is increasingly considering shifting its full focus to the redesign of its 2024 Formula One car, as their current W14, affectionately named Diva 2.0, continues to generate disappointment. Following a substantial revamp of the W14 at the Monaco Grand Prix, Mercedes had high expectations for enhanced performance and competitiveness. However, their initial hopes were short-lived, as the anticipated improvements failed to materialize. Now the team finds itself grappling with the challenges posed by their current car, leaving them trapped in the midfield. In light of these difficulties, Mercedes is contemplating a strategic regrouping, directing their focus towards preparing for the upcoming 2024 season. This shift aims to address the ongoing issues they have encountered and regain their competitive edge. With the team re-evaluating their approach, fans and rivals alike eagerly await Mercedes' next moves to see if they can regain their dominant position in Formula One. As a result, Mercedes team boss Toto Wolff believes that the time is approaching when the team will need to recognize that their future prospects are better served by allocating all resources to a comprehensive redesign for the following season. When asked about the timing of this decision by Motorsport.com, Wolff responded that a specific point for making that determination is yet to be determined. He said, "I think we'll have no choice pretty soon," he remarked. P2 or P3 fundamentally has no impact on the team or me. It's about coming back and being able to win a world championship in that respect. That's not going to happen this year, so we need to set our sights on next year and then come learn and develop at all the races to make sure that we can carry that forward into next year. Having said that, the regulations are the same, so it's not that you're not learning nothing by continuing this car. It's a balance that we have to strike right. Mercedes acknowledges the need to shift focus to the 2024 season following a disappointing British Grand Prix weekend. The team had expected a stronger performance at Silverstone as the track's high-speed nature was expected to play to their car's strengths, but it was McLaren who stole the spotlight at the circuit, delivering an impressive performance while Mercedes struggled to meet expectations. Toto Wolff remains confident that the team has the potential to defeat Max Verstappen and Red Bull at some time. However, he admits that completing this feat will not be easy. In fact, he believes that the current car, the W14, provides even greater problems for his drivers than the famed W08 from 2017, which got the infamous label Diva. Wolff explained, "I thought Silverstone was our best shot based on our historic results. But it wasn't. So maybe there's another track where we have the best shot, because the characteristics of the car have changed. I always believe that we can beat Max because we have a good group of people and the best drivers. We just need to give them a car that is more predictable and not the Diva 2.0 Plus, which is much more complicated than the first one. We are just as excited as you are to see Mercedes come back in the coming races, or at the very least in the following season." Don't forget to let us know your thoughts in the comment section below.